practice?
Very pleased with practice tonight, and you know, I feel like the intensity level is back up. We did a lot of best on best out there today, and again, trying to build up the physical mentality. I think our team bought into it well today, much better than yesterday's practice. They responded well. We challenged them, and it was very good to see. So you know, obviously, we still have a lot of work to do before we play, but I feel like tonight was a step in the right direction when it comes to, you know, again, the physicality of the game and what we're expecting from our players. So very happy with that, and again, we still got a long way to go.
Questions?
Is there any further news on the quarterbacks if anyone separated?
We're getting very close. Getting very close. And again, we'll continue to evaluate, but you know, we're getting close.
Could you see that being decided this week, or do you think of maybe more next week?
You know, whenever we make the final evaluations, and again, you know, it's going to be it's going to be overall body of work evaluation, and you know, it could be this week. Again, I'm not putting a timeline on that.
What are the biggest things you're looking for, you know, mechanics-wise, you know, efficiency? What's been the thing you're looking for?
Well, we're looking for leadership. We're looking for, you know, all the intangible things that come from that position, and the things that we expect and we know you have to do to win in this league at that position. Obviously, you know, when it comes to decision making and the mechanics of, you know, executing what we call, that's extremely important as well. So, you know, it's there's a lot of factors involved in that, and so we're looking for the guy that does all of the things that I just said and does it and gives us the best chance to win.
Did you work on Clemson some today too?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
How different, or are they different than last year? When you
well, you know, they have a new defensive coordinator, so that's different. And you know, for us offensively, again, it's a little bit of a guessing game. You know, obviously, when new defense coordinators come in, you know, they got to evaluate their personnel and then get a feel for what they can and can't do. So, you know, first game, new coordinator is a little bit of a mystery. But you know, so that's new. Offensively, you know, what they did since our game last year is they just continued to grow the offense, very similar to what, you know, we've done the last 3 years, and it's very similar in that regard. So they're very good at it, and Taj Boyd does a great job operating the offense. So it's nothing that we haven't seen, but they're very efficient at it, and they've improved a lot since we played them in the third game last year.
Do you watch a lot of Oklahoma film on defense?
Right. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're really trying to evaluate, you know, Oklahoma and what he did at Oklahoma. You know, and again, it can change because the personnel can be different. So again, it's a little bit of a roll the dice and try to figure out what he's doing or what he personnel-wise can do.
Have you decided on your deep snapper yet for field goals and for punts?
Not yet. You know, we're still working through that.
Same two guys?
Yes.
Anybody on offense or defense stepping up and playing really well in practice this week?
You know, Reese Dismukes, as I mentioned before, has been very solid. I'm just really proud of him. He dropped weight. He's moving much quicker. He's a tough guy that shows up to practice and go to work every day. You know, he's the guy that's going to have to anchor that line, and he's been very consistent, and that's been really good to see. Jeff Whitaker, I think, has made some strides defensively on the defensive line, and without question, I think he's really worked to improve his game, and a lot of them have, but you know, those two guys are definitely solid players in the interior.
Is D'Angelo, was that indefinite, or was that right what they call D'Angelo's suspension?
Well, as I've said before, you know, there's expectations that we have, and if he, you know, fulfills our expectations of him, then you'll see him back on the field, and if he doesn't, you won't.
Was he a guy that was in your playing rotation plans?
Well, you know, he played some last year, and obviously he contributed some, and you know, but again, we're more interested in the standard and the expectation that we set here and everybody abiding by those. And again, if you don't, you're not going to be on the field.
Have you made any decisions with the depth chart along the offensive line?
Getting closer, getting very close with that as well. Getting very close.
Any other questions? Once you have starting decisions filtered out, will that help with redshirt decisions as well? Will that just all come into one?
Yeah, I think it'll all come into, it'll all kind of work itself out. But certainly that's the starting point.
Anything else? All right, thanks.
All right.
Appreciate it.